Hello and welcome to my podcast. My name is Zhelle and I'm talking to you from Copenhagen in Denmark. You can find me on Instagram, on my blog, on Ravelry, and I will put all the details right here so you can find me if you want to. Life is good at the moment. I am still on maternity leave. I will be for quite a while to go. I have about a month and a half left of my maternity leave before I have to go back to work. So I'm going to use that to the fullest with the little one. Also with some craft adventures when he's asleep, which is going a bit uphill at the moment. He is teething, so there's lots of non-sleep. So I'm happy that he's sleeping right now so I could record this podcast because I have so much to show you. My last podcast was the 30th of July and we have the 23rd of August now. And in that time I have finished 5 projects that I'm going to show you today. And I have all the 5 projects lying here. There is Tunisian crochet, normal crochet, loom knitting and embroidery. So there's a bit of everything that I'm going to show you. I'm going to start with showing you the embroidery. It is my Christmas town. I'm going to unroll it for you. Let's see, I'm just going to peek in from the side. Go, you can see it all. So it is completely finished. You can see the glitter that's in the fabric. And it took me forever to do, but when I got started on all the metal, I'm just going to hold it up like this. There is a lot of metal over here and quite a lot over here as well, but it is turning on me. We're going to do something else. We're going to do that. Over here in the candy shop, there's also, I'm going to see that I can see it as well, so I can see where I'm pointing. You see all of this around here is also metal. And then there's lots of little details with metal in as well. And I have talked to you before about my dread for working with metallics. And I mean, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, but it is not my favorite thing to work with, that's for sure. But it is done. I'm so happy for it. It's going to go in a frame. Well, I need to wash it. I'm going to make a little test in the corner with putting a few of the threads on, like the white and the red next to each other, because I have, like for example, the candy cane things here. They're red and white next to each other, and also with this one is red and white as well. So I'm going to put a few of the threads down in the corner, soak it for about the 15 minutes or so that I'm going to actually wash the product on, the embroidery on, just to see if there's any bleeding, because if there's any bleeding I might not wash it. I might not just, wash around it, just to make sure that there's no bleeding of color now when I've spent years on it. But it is done. It is going to be hanging in our hallway during the Christmas month, so all of December. So I'm very, very happy I got it finished. So it is up for William's second Christmas, not the first one, but the first one really didn't know anything, did he? We put him in a little onesie. I looked like a Christmas jumper. It was so cute. And we had we had Christmas jumpers. Well, we actually had pajamases that was also in Christmas jumper patterns, and we were all matchy. It was very cute. I don't think my sister would say, but I thought we were very cute. Next thing I'm going to show you is my Tunisian crochet pouch. I have sewn in the zipper. It is by no means perfect. I mean, this was the very first time I've been sewing in a zipper, so there's definitely room for improvement, but it is sewn in. Look, can't close completely, but that's the way they showed you to sew it in. I think if I had more experience I probably wouldn't have done it like that, but it is done and it is a little pouch. There's room for crochet hooks in here, or little notions. So I'm thinking it's just gonna be a little accessory pouch for when I'm crafting. It has a little handle. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. I'm very happy it's finished as well. You can see the zipper has been sewn in like guessing it's not the most professional finish, but you know, you have to start somewhere, and this is where I started, at least with zippers. So this is finished as well, so that's 2 projects already in 3 weeks. That is not often that happens. The next project, I don't even know when I started it. I don't have the record on when I started it on Ravelry. I didn't put it on Ravelry until, was it last year? I think I put it on Ravelry, but it's definitely been going for years. And it is a loom knitted hat that I have finished with a very wobbly pom-pom. I just used the rest of the yarn to make the pom-pom. But yeah, this is the hat. It sort of fits me, but I know I'm not going to wear it. My mum tried it when she was here on Monday, and she likes it. So I'm going, but she would like to have. I asked her if she wanted a, you know, the fake fur pom-poms instead, and she would like that. So I'm going to cut this off, the wobbly pom-pom. I'm going to add the other pom-pom, hopefully with sort of not going to have that much give, so it's not going to be that wobbly. And then that is hers. So she has that to wear when she wants to, when she's not wearing one of her other hats. But yeah, I finished it. And it actually looks like little braids. I really like that if you look at it closely. You can see it looks like lines of braids. And I really like that effect. So yeah, another project finished. So now I'm going to show you the next one. The next one is actually for my son. I know I haven't crocheted a lot for him, but I have now. I have crocheted this one. Just checking so you can see it. You can. It is a pacifier clip. So you put the pacifier here, clip it onto his clothes. He won't lose it when we are out. And I am loving, I'm just seeing that it is actually zooming, it is focusing on it. It is like a weaving stitch. And it is a bit airy, but I like it. I really like it. I'm just, you know, looking at the actual screen, so I'm sure that it keeps zooming in on that and not on me, so it would be all blurry and then you wouldn't be able to see it. But I finished it, and now I've shown you, he can finally use it. I wanted it to be nice for you, and I didn't want a lot of baby drool on it when I was going to show you, so it has just been lying and waiting for the podcast, so I can use it on him. So that was the that was the 4th project already. I'm showing them a lot quicker than I expected, but here's the last one, and that's going to take a little bit longer. Just trying to unfold it just to make sure. There we go. Bunting. Flag's a little wobbly, but that's because they've been folded up for a while. So they just need to be, that is straightened out. There. I have just folded, there we go. You know what, I'm just going to show you one by one. It's a lot easier. So first we have white and green stripes. This was actually only supposed to be 12 chains long, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is here. That was how long that was supposed to be. But I mean, you can't actually tie it onto anything with just that. So I decided to extend it, so it's 30 stitches long instead of just 12. So now I can actually, hopefully, put it around whatever I want to put it around. So the next flag after this green one, it's a little sea one with a little sun and some waves. And they were actually supposed to be surface crocheted, but I decided to sew them on instead, because you just get a bit more accurate stitching with that than you do with, you know, if I just used a hook, because some of them have gone like straight down the middle of stitches in order to get a nice look on them. So if I'd done that with a crochet hook, that would not have been nearly as nice. So that's the second one, second flag. Third flag is another stripy one with lots of different colours. The only colour that is not used in this one is the white one, but otherwise all the colours from the kit is in this one. And the fourth one is full of flowers. They haven't been completely accurately been put on. I know I'm looking down, but I'm trying to make sure that you can see them. I have done, the 6 flowers, and they haven't been stitched on completely perfectly, but I think it's cute. I'm happy as it is. And we have gone on to the 5th flag, which is a beach hut. And again, I have stitched the seagulls on instead of using the crochet hook. You can see it's a cute little beach hut. I think it's very English, isn't it, with the beach huts? Have I actually been to a beach where they had those beach huts? Thinking because I have been to a few beaches in the UK. I can't remember if they actually ever had beach huts on, but it is so English, isn't it? Well, the 6th one is again stripes. This time blue and white stripes. And the last one is actually one of my favorite ones because it has a cute shell on it. There. I'm gonna see you because I can see that it's like, there we go. Some very nice shell and a little starfish. So I finished this and I blocked it again. I wet blocked it. At first I just spray blocked it, and it didn't do what I wanted it to. And then I wet blocked it instead, and it relaxed a lot more. I mean, there's still a bit of curly whirly on it, but compared to what it was, there's nothing except for maybe that one. But yeah, when you consider how it was before I started blocking it, it was so curly, and it was not looking that nice. So now, when I have blocked it, I'm a lot happier with it, and we are going to try and put it on William's bed, just to see if it can be there. It might not. He might just grab onto it all the time, and if he does that, I'm not gonna have it on his bed because it is, a long string, and I am fully aware that long strings and babies are just not a good match. But if it's not gonna go on William's bed, then I need to figure out where to put it instead. So we'll see. But this one, that was the last one of the finished projects. I have 3 projects to show you that I am in the middle of, and they are all lying over here. So the first of the projects I'm going to show you is one that has been going on since 2013, and it is, I called it the Almond Blossom Bag, and that's because I think the original project was also an almond blossom bag, but before I finished it, the person, I can't remember who made it, but I'm going to put that down here, but before I finished it, she made the actual pattern of the bag, not the flower but the bag, a paid only pattern, and because it had been free, that annoyed me a little bit. So I don't know, I just stopped crocheting the square, it's not squares, it's hexagons, but they look like this, little flowers. And I had made 13 of them, and I had even more planned to make, I could see, but some of them, a lot of them, still have all the yarn ends to sew in. So I have made a little design with them. I have, as I said, I'm going to use 12 of them. I have 13, but I'm going to use 12, and there's going to be 6 on either side of the bag, and then there's going to be some more hexagons but without flowers on for the sides and the bottom, and a little bit at the top. So it's going to be like a little square, sort of like a clutch. I'm probably going to have a chain on it as well. So I'm going to use them. I'm not going to use them exactly as they were originally intended, but I am going to use them to make a little bag, and it's going to be cute. And I've taken it out of, I was about to say retirement, but it's not retirement, it's just my work in progress pile. I've taken them out so I could sew in the ends and make the other hexagons and finish it. So I have done, well, that one, I think that was already done, and because these two have been blocked so I could see the size of them, so they have already been blocked. And I have a few, just going to find them, where I have sewn in the ends. Some of them I had already done, and some of them I've just started doing. Just trying to sort it all out because it's all just in my little project bag. So I have 4 here, and I know I had another one. I'm pretty sure I had I just started another one. But I have 4 that's just sewn in the ends, but you can see they're all still curly-whirly in the edge. If I hold this up, and then this one, you know, there's quite a big difference to the shape of them. So as I said, there's still so many ends to sew in. But I'm actually, I think I'm going to be quite excited about the project. I have already done so I can block them all, so they can all be nice, and then I'm really excited about finishing this. I'll just zip that up again. That is the first work in progress that I had to show you. The second one came from the Granny Square Day that I talked about last time, and it was because I made from, it was one of these that I made for Granny Square Day. So it is in a yarn from Lang Yarns called Primavera. It is a discontinued yarn, so you can't get it anymore. But I bought 2 balls of 3 different colors back when it was about to get discontinued. Actually, someone was selling out of it, so I decided to get 2 balls of each of these 3 colors. I'm just trying to sort them. Going to see, because I have 4 of this color, which is like a blue-gray color. And I have 4 like sky blue, I would almost call them. I don't know why they discontinued the yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I noticed when I was sewing in the ends that it actually has a little bit of teal color in there, and that is just really nice. It has so many colors when you look at it closely. I have 4 of those, and then I have 4 of the green ones, which is these ones. And I originally made 1 square just for the Granny Square Day that I put on. I was going to make one of each. I did make one of each, but I didn't want to block them all, so I just put 1 on for Granny Square Day. And then I figured what to do with it. Well, I want to make a project bag where they are on the outside, where there is going to be 6, so 2 of each color on each side of the bag. So it's going to be, well, this one in height. They're not going to go up. Let me show you the right way out. Like that. And then 3 next to each other. So that's what's going to be. And I am, I've done the first venture with a zipper, and it went okay, and it sort of got me going to like, yeah, I can do this. I can make project bags where I can put in zippers. And when I've done a project bag, just normal with fabric, with a zipper, I'm going to try with the crochet. That's going to be interesting to see how that goes. So yeah, I'm quite excited about that. So I have done those. You can see I still have, this is just the first ball of yarn of each of them, and I still have quite a bit left. But I'm going to sew them together and put them on a project bag, and we'll see how that goes, and I'll show you when that is underway. The last project that I have that I want to show you today as just the works in progresses is this one. I have done a bit more on it. That way. So I have stitched quite a lot up here on it, and I'm still not in love with it. I mean, it's one of those projects that I just, I bought all of it, so I'm going to get it finished, and I have stitched some of it. So it is just one of those where you have to persevere, isn't it? So yeah, that is the 3 works in progress I'm going to show you today. I'm just going to have a sip of tea, because I absolutely love my tea. I also want to show you some Happy Mail. The first piece of Happy Mail was from Hobby, and it was because I got a gift card from my auntie for Hobby, so I could get some goodies for myself. So I did. I got a little more than a little goodies. I got many goodies. The first one I want to show you is this little felt case, a little button that you can open, and in the case it's a little scissor. I'm just checking again that it actually zooms in on it. It does. It's not as sharp as the other scissor I have, but it's so cute. Very Instagrammable, isn't it? I mean, that is gonna look so good on Instagram when you take pictures of, when you're working on things. So that was the first one I got. It was on sale and it was cute, so I was like, yes, get it. So I think it was like half price. I think it was like 30 krona or something. That was the first thing I got. Second thing I got was a bit what I talked about before with the project bags, because I got a zipper. It's just a black zipper, and it is 25 centimeters, and it is metal. And I have found this tutorial online how to do a little project bag. So I'm going to try that with this, and I have some fabric I'm going to use for it. And then we will see how that goes. So that was that one. I also bought a little yarn needle. I've heard talk about them. And they have this little crooked end. I have used it a few times already, and it is okay to use. I think I just need to get used to the crooked end. I quite like it. It is a bit big, so I think I'm going to get a few more in different sizes. Because this is for, I have a little needle case. And in there I have a few needles that are the same, but they're for like thick yarns. And they are sort of the same length. But I also have a smaller yarn needle. You can see that is trying to hold everything up now and get it in focus, and but you can see that is quite a lot smaller. So I'm going to see if I can find some yarn needles that size but with the crooked end. That's what I got, and I think you can hear it, can't you? There's a plastic bag, and there's a plastic bag because there's 10 balls of yarn here for my goldenrod sweater. I'm just going to open this. I haven't actually opened it properly before, so I haven't really touched it properly before. Now I only had a finger in trying to touch it. But look at it. It is alpaca silk. So it is 70% alpaca and 30% mulberry silk. And it's so soft. I'm not going to put it up against my face because I have makeup on, and I'm not going to have makeup on this. But look at it. It is, I think it's called fingering weight yarn. It is made in Peru. It is 50 grams to 166 meters. They recommend 3 to 3.5 in needle size. And it is the color Vienna, is number 12. And it's sort of almost like a petrol blue, jeans blue, sort of like dark jeans blue. It's really, really nice. And I'm going to make the goldenrod sweater in it. And they only need 400 grams for the goldenrod sweater. And I have 500 grams. But, I wanted to make sure I had enough yarn. I'm just going to shove it back in. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I had enough, and I found that I could make like a little hat with the rest of it if, you know, if I have a lot more yarn than is needed. So it's not going, and none of it's going to waste, and it's just so soft, and I'm so excited about starting the goldenrod sweater. And one of my plans is, well, I've actually already achieved it, is I have a project queue on my Ravelry page, and I have a Ravelry queue. I also have a project, you know, project overview where you can see how many works in progress you have. And I have 12, which is the amount I want to. I don't want to have any more than 12 projects on the go at once, because that is just too much. And I have had more, and it doesn't make any sense, does it? So that's why I've started taking out a few of the old projects, like the loom knitted hat that I have made, and the bag that I'm going to make with the little hexagon flowers. So I can get the things done, so they don't just, you know, lie in a pile and not you know, not going to get finished, because there's a reason to why I started the projects, either to learn, like with the loom knitted hat, but also because I loved it, like the hexagon squares and the hexagon flowers, and it is silly to not use it. So I have cut it down to 12 now, but I can't start my goldenrod sweater before I finish another project, so I keep going, so I keep having the 12 projects, or, you know, or less is fine as well, but not more than 12. But that was the first part of the happy mail. I have another happy mail. There's this one, and my address is on here with very thick letters. I'm not going to turn it around, but it is from littlebeachhut.com. Did I buy anything? I didn't buy it. I won it. She had a competition on where you had to name a little narwhal, and I'm actually opening it. I haven't opened it. I'm opening it on while I'm talking. But she had a competition where you had to name a narwhal, and as you can see in a moment, that narwhal had little dots on. And I'm playing this game, just to be careful that I don't cut anything in there. But I'm playing this silly little game called Magikarp Jump. I don't know if you know what a Magikarp is, but it's a Pokemon that can't really do much. It can, I'm not sure what it can actually do, but in here it can jump. And basically you're breeding Magikarps to the level they can be, and then you send them into battle against other Magikarps, and the battle is who can jump the highest. Anyway, but one of the patterns you can unlock in this game is a little it's a little pattern with dapples on it, so it has little dots on, and it's very, very cute. And this narwhal also has dapples on it, so I thought, Dapple, that's a perfect name. So that is the name that won. One of the names. There was another name as well, but the one that I won. So I'm opening. There is looks to be a hoop and a narwhal in here, and there's also a nice little box. Just putting that away. I'm so excited. I love getting happy mail. Going to see. I'm just going to cut this open. Just trying to rip it up. So cute. And there's extra goodies in that. Ooh, what is this? First we have. Are you ready to meet Dapple? Meet Dapple. Isn't it cute? It's so pink and cute. I'm so happy for it. It's so cute. And as you can see, Dapple. Oh. But yes, of course, you had to name the narwhal, and then could win it, and which is what I did. But the narwhal wasn't the only thing that came in here, as you could sort of spot. Well, a Freddo chocolate. I think my husband might know about this, but I don't know about this. Milk chocolate. I'm looking forward to try that. I might actually have to, if my husband loves it, I might actually just have to, put it in half so I can have half and he can have half. Got a chocolate. little goodie. It's also a little hoop. Just gonna get the tape of it. There we go. A little embroidery hoop, beach hoop. Nerd number 3. So I'm guessing the Nerd is the brand, and number 3 is the size. It's so cute. What is going in the embroidery hoop? Well, and it has little narwhal tape on. Look, so cute. Narwhal tape. Don't even want to cut that. No, I'm not going to cut it because it's too cute. So we're opening. It says, "Hi, I'm Zhelle." There's a little. So cute. It's so cute. Thank you for choosing a little beach hut design. Happy stitching, and if you have any questions for me, do ask. I'm happy to help. Love, Sarah. That is so cute. See, Little Beach Hut, I have followed her for quite a while, since I think one of her very first designs. And if it wasn't because I already had so many kits I need to start on, I would already have bought them. But now I have to wait a little more to buy some of her designs because I got one. Look. Ooh. It went on the floor. It went on the floor. It is okay, I retrieved it. To Zhelle. Honestly, there's something about perfect packaging that I absolutely love. You know, when you really make an effort with the packaging, it's fantastic. Hello, sunshine. Ah, it's so cute. Congratulations, Zhelle. I hope Dapple settles in her new home quickly. Into her new home quickly. Love, Sarah. I think Dapple will. Dapple is cute. And William has many squishies that she can hang out with as well. But she is mine. She is not my son's. Look, a little cute cat. And there's a cute pen. Just gonna see. Oh, that's nice. Just gonna see if we can. Yeah, it zooms in on it. A really nice pen. The lid. I am so in love with this. What I was about to say is that, you know, I really want. Ooh, there's little butterflies. I keep getting distracted with the pretty mail. Look, there's little butterflies. You can't even. Oh, there we go. You can see it when it's on my face. And a bigger butterfly. Honestly, opening this kit is just. I love it. She is brilliant at what she does, I have to say that. What the last thing that is here is a kit. I'm just going to, I've never had one of her designs before, as I said. So I'm just going to make sure that you can't actually see the pattern, because you just have to buy it. She has some kits with otters on. Cute. They have been on my wish list for so long. And look at this. Just going to. So you get. Just gonna check here. So you get a little narwhal. That's the kit I won as well. You know, perfect with Dapple. I got that. Let's just see, because I'm just want to make sure there is good. So this is the actual pattern that's behind here. And on this one, it's a cross stitch guide. That is absolutely perfect. So if you hadn't cross stitched before, she's basically telling you how to do it. Very impressed. And then, so that's the pattern. Going to put that on the back of this, and then that is perfect, and you can actually see the details. Of course, I'm also going to put her details in the right here, so I make sure that you see them. I'm also going to put them in the podcast notes, and it's littlebeachhuts.com. You can also follow her on Twitter, Facebook, Etsy, and LinkedIn as well. And she makes cross-stitch patterns and kits, and they are, go and have a look at them, they are gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. And this is the package I got. Should I open the package? I think I should, shouldn't I? Wait, I mean, come on, look at how cute this is. So, I am going to open it. You know, it's just cute little paper wrapping, a little twine, bow. I'm gonna see what is in here. That was the... Wow. So there is a little, I think the actual, and it's actually gold plated. I think it's one of those needles that have gold plated eyes. Just checking to see if you can actually, well, it is looking very gold. And then there is some more butterflies, because, you know, butterflies are lovely. I'm going to hold them onto the little piece of fabric. You can see the little butterfly. They're just paper. They just, you know, go right off. Look. That was the otter I talked about. They are so cute. I mean, this is for the little narwhal, but look at the otter. And the colors used. Oh, it is so cute. I am so in love with this. So happy. But this is not the last kit I am getting from her, that is for sure. But as I said, it's going to be a little longer now, because now I have this to stitch. But it is so good. So that was the Happy Meal I had. I also had a happy gift. And that was from one of my friends from the mother group. And I helped her, I've helped her not learn how to crochet as such, because she could crochet, but as she said, all she could do was granny squares. So I sort of pushed her into do more. So she is doing some amigurumis now, and she's doing a poncho, and she's done a you know, dishcloth. So she's quite on her way to do some really nice projects. And as a thank you, she bought me this. It's a Permin Scandinavian art needlework secret stitch along. Now, they say it's a secret stitch along. It is called Calendar. And it has 24 of these little rings on. And as far as I can see, that might be a little bit of a of an elf. What do you call it? Well, it's in Danish it's a nisse. It's like a Christmas elf sort of thing. So I'm pretty sure it's a Christmas calendar. And the first, I have had this open. It's so nice. The first part is in here, so I'm going to start stitching this tonight. So I'm quite excited about that. The next part, it's a 6-part stitch along. So it's a bit like this one that was just a 4-part stitch along. This is not going to take that long. I want this to be finished for December, when so we can put some little presents on it. But the second part is coming the 16th of September, Monday the 16th of September. And then it's every 14 days there's a part released until all 6 parts are released. So I'm very excited about this. It is some really nice colors they're using. And you can always also see that a little bit here. So that is one of the projects I'm going to be working on, along with the little one, the little narwhal, because it's so cute, and I have to finish it so you can see it, so you can go and buy all her kits, because she's awesome. But yeah, sorry, it's back to this one. It's just, I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about doing a calendar. I have a calendar myself that my auntie stitched for me when I was a little girl. So now I'm going to stitch one for my little son. So I'm very excited about that. I'm going to put that away, and I'm just going to check if there's any more that I want there is more I want to talk about. I want to talk about my blog. The blog where this episode is also going to be on, along with the podcast notes, it has had a little bit of a makeover. It is a little bit in preparation for a big makeover that my sister is going to help me with. But this one, I just made the logo a lot simpler, a lot nicer to look at than the other one I had made. And then I turned it into green colors because I love green. But that is just a little bit of a difference. Plus, I'm also not going to do the Works in Progress Wednesdays on there anymore. And that is because I'm showing them on my podcast instead. I'm still going to do some finished object Fridays that I've done before. It has been a while since I did them. I sort of went into a bit of a halt on the whole blog thing because I was confused about what to do with it, especially now when I had the podcast. What should I put on the blog? But I'm going to put, some finished objects on there so you can, because I'm going to take some good photos of them so you can see them close up, you can see the details that might be a little lost on the camera. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to write a bit about other things. I've put on a blog post about podcasts, video podcasts that I watch. I don't really listen to podcasts. My attention span is not good enough. Even if I'm sitting and doing something like crochet or cross stitch, my attention span is just not there. But with a video podcast, it's brilliant. So I have put on 3 that I watch. So I hope that you're going to have a look at those as well. I'm going to sort of do a little bit of that on the blog just to do something different, especially now when I have the podcast as well. So I hope that you are going to enjoy that. I'm going to finish now. This has been a long podcast, the longest I have done, but I also just had so much to show you. So I'm looking forward to the next one, which is probably going to be in September, I could imagine. Hopefully I will have some more finished projects for you. Hopefully some new stars, maybe even a goldenrod sweater. I hope so. It is so nice. And hopefully at least going to show you some of the narwhal and the calendar to see how that's going. But yes, until then, I hope you're gonna enjoy yourself. I'm home. If you're either going to slowly go into the autumn or going into the spring. And if you're going into autumn, I hope you have some lovely knitted and crocheted garments you can wear. And if you're going into spring, do those summer projects, those summer tops and little accessories. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. So I will see you next time, and I hope you have a good time until then. Bye!